Well, howdy folks, and welcome to the Mad Max channel. Glad you joined us today. Now today we are looking for an abandoned ghost town here in northeast Texas called Bug Tussle. And I already know what you're thinking. Max, why the hell would a place be called Bug Tussle? Story is, in the 1890s, this town was infested with bugs and ruined their ice cream social. So we'll be starting out here in Leonia, driving north on Highway 34 towards Bug Tussle. We'll be checking out the fossil park here in Leonia, then making our way up to Honey Grove, where we will take a left on Highway 56 and make our way over to Windom, Texas. Join us on the adventure. Should be interesting. So let's get this party started, folks. Leonia here sits on the banks of the Sulphur River. And I failed to film it, but as I was pulling into town, I noticed there was a sign that said lake something, I think Ralph Hall, but the lake doesn't exist yet. So there's got all these bridges. They've clear cut a bunch of area where the lake's gonna be, but I guess it hasn't been dammed up yet. So from what I'm seeing so far, this town looks to be pretty depressed and almost a ghost town. My guess is they dam up this river and make a lake. People will come, Ray. People will most definitely come. So I was curious and did a little research on the demographics and kind of what was going on here in this town, because most of the businesses look to be closed. And it looks like this place hit its high water mark in the 1920s with around 2,000 people living here. And since then, since the Great Depression, it has fallen off rapidly year after year after year. And as of the 2000 census, it says that it has 597 residents, which is roughly a quarter of its former size and population. But if you want to visit rural Texas, this is about as rural as it gets, folks. Wow, looks like I'm coming up on an old abandoned church or something. Check this place out. Now this is super spooky looking. Imagine living next door or across the street from this building. Wow. So I'm passing the schoolhouse now, it looks like, and there's some signs where I guess where they're building the dam or whatever is where the fossil park once was, or the entrance to it was. I'm not sure, but it directed me around town this way to go to the entrance of the fossil park, which I want to check out. There we go. There's another sign directing me this way. So we'll take a right here and see if we can find this fossil park. I do find it kind of interesting that there's a place you can actually go dig for fossils. And for those of you wondering where in the world we're at today, that little red dot is where we are at, up in this northeast corner of Texas, Leonia. So very interesting. Welcome to Leonia. Small town, big future, and it's got riddled with bullet holes. I don't know, this don't look like the type of town you want to just mess around in, like pretty rough. But there is a fossil park here that you can go down and look for fossils. I guess you get to keep them, I'm not sure. But now they're putting in a new lake here. It's all signs for a new lake. There's bridges built, but there's no lake yet. So I don't know if that's gonna actually at some point this will be underwater or what the deal is. Interesting. Alright, we are going to head out of town. There's another bullet-ridden sign. It's like 35 degrees and sprinkling rain, so I don't think we're gonna get out and look for fossils today. Yeah, let's go back through town and see what else we can see. Yeah. Pretty small stadium. Yeah, this is one of the roughest looking communities I've ever been to, I think. This is it's pretty rough.
Very rough. This house is so.
That's probably an old gas station at one time, looks like, back in the day.
Oh, this is the recycling center.
Looks like there is a store in town that's open right here. Maybe an old hotel back in the day. Oh yeah, maybe still open. Looks like they got a decent looking church in town. Yeah, it's nice. Lake that doesn't exist yet. Yeah, it's pretty wild driving over a bridge and a sign that says Lake Ralph Hall, but there's no lake down there, just the Sulphur River. Pretty wild looking out across there and seeing where they clear cut everything. There should be water, but there ain't no water. So we're just a few miles north of Leonia, and we have found the infamous, or not so infamous, Bug Tussle. This is the old general store, and this is the only remnants left of what was Bug Tussle. So we're pulling back into Honey Grove here on Highway 34, about to make our left on Highway 56. I think Out on the Woo did a video here once years ago, maybe 6, 7, 8 years ago now. Anyway, we're just kind of talking about how it's weird how the history of these towns work, and how one day everything's, thriving and growing, and then all of a sudden, you look a decade or two later and it's kind of falling apart. So I didn't show you downtown Honey Grove because I took a left instead of taking a right where downtown was. But it's another one of those towns where it's got a really nice big downtown full of vacant buildings. It's so weird, you just have to wonder what happened to cause that. So one of the interesting things about this town, Honey Grove, it was discovered by Davy Crockett. On his way, he camped out here on his way down to meet up with the Texas Revolution there at the Alamo. Crazy, huh? So the time of this filming is January of 2024. I'm not quite sure why there was a gigantic skeleton in those people's yard, but who knows? Yeah, so good old Davy Crockett wrote a bunch of letters back home to Tennessee to family and friends talking about this place he camped out at in Texas full of honey trees, and ended up being the town's namesake, Honey Grove. Crazy how history kind of just falls into place when you're doing these videos. Yeah, so I'm really into abandoned old stuff, and this place looks right up my laneway, so let's check this place out. I had to stop and check this place out because, wow, check this out. Look at these old trailers. Looks like it says Zane's on the side, maybe. Definitely from yesteryear. I think those are 40s or so. Wooden doors in the back. Another one. But yeah, check this place out, man. It says it's open, but it doesn't look real open to me. So I have no idea what this was. I'll try to do a little research and see, but I don't know if there's going to be much information on this place. It's almost unbelievable it's still standing. Look at the old lights and stuff on the poles. Everything here is old. Amazing. It's like it was never updated. And I wonder how long it's been just sitting here like this. That here looks like an old schoolhouse. And from the front entrance, it looks like it was probably remodeled sometime in the 80s a little bit. From that front entrance there. But definitely defunct now. I don't know if it's just like a business or what. The old flagpole. But yeah, what a town, man. What a town. What an area. Well, I hope you guys are enjoying this tour so far. This is way out here in rural Texas. And a lot of you guys want to know what Texas looks like for real. Does everybody ride horses and stuff like that? Well, not exactly, but I guess sorta. No, honestly, I haven't seen anybody riding a horse today. Just people driving cars like everywhere else in America. So I've almost made it to our last stop of the day, riding alongside these old defunct railroad tracks, and we're almost to Windom here. Yeah, I like this. I wonder what that is, a hotel or what? Yes. So this little community there actually looks like they have their act together. It's really nicely upkept, and yeah, looks like it's in business. There's a bank in the corner there, a little historic marker. Definitely a farming town, you can tell from all the silos and everything. Green silos. But yeah, this place looks to be upkept well. Nice community. Very nice. Very nice. Alright guys, well, thanks for watching today's episode. And leave us a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. We'll see you folks next time. Peace out, everybody.